Crypto is off to a rocky start of 2025, but both Bitcoin as well as Cronos are currently bouncing. But what does this mean for crypto? Well guys, I would say let's strap in and let's find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the one and only Coin Baron, and this video is sponsored by WolfSwap, the leading DEX aggregator on Cronos. But this video will be a quick market update on what's happening within crypto. Because honestly, right now on the screen, you can already see that we have been dumping quite heavily. Even CRO right now is trading at the bottom zone really of this blue channel. Normally, that is quite bearish, but we might be ready for a new bounce. And let me also quickly show you what's been happening with Bitcoin, because we've been seeing the same thing for Bitcoin really as well. Here we can see we have this orange zone here, the orange line, and we've been bouncing twice already really within the last few weeks. So this might mean two things, or we can actually continue a dump and we might break at the third attempt, or we can actually see a new attempt at breaking 100k once more. But for that, let's take a quick peek at what's happening in the news, because this really, guys, is explaining why we have seen such a big dump for Bitcoin, for crypto in general. Because right now, the US government can actually sell 6.5 billion of Silk Road Bitcoin before Trump enters office. The last decade, the US government has been confiscating a lot of Bitcoin coming from illegal activities, and part of that is coming from Silk Road. Unfortunately, the DOJ just gave permission to start selling off part of that Bitcoin, totaling though 6.5 billion. And that really spooked the market because, well, a market sell with that size could start cascading the price downwards. But that's not even the only thing. We did also receive some more macroeconomic data from the US job market. As you can read here, the US added about 250,000 jobs in the month of December, blowing past the 160k estimate. And while it sounds amazing because, well, the economy seems to be a lot stronger than expected, it is bad news for investors. Investors are hoping for worse economic data because in that case, well, maybe the Fed might start thinking about lowering interest rates because, well, the economy needs some more funding. Right now, though, economy is strong, so no real reason for the Fed to start lowering rates. And that's also bad for Bitcoin. We have to remind ourselves that the crypto markets are not fully rational, and I would even say sometimes a bit emotional because, of course, the US government is not going to market sell on the crypto.com exchange, for example. They will always use OTC. But still, as I mentioned before, crypto is emotional, and after that news, we dumped about 10%, even very close to 11%. And that was quite interesting because we got to very, very low numbers here, as low as 91k. And that is interesting because it's getting very close to the lowest we have seen really since the pump from 70 to about 100k for Bitcoin. There are still analysts out there calling for Bitcoin to go down to the previous CME gap, as you can see here on the Bitcoin future chart. And the CME gap starts here at about 80k. And it is somewhat interesting because in this gap, we also have right now the 21-week simple moving average slowly moving up. But still, it's also at about that 80k range. And do remember, guys, on average, January, unfortunately, is a red month, according to historic data. But of course, we don't know if we're going down that low. It is a possibility, therefore we need to be open for the potential outcome. This would also have a big effect on the CRO chart. But first, let's talk about today's sponsor, WolfSwap. WolfSwap is a DEX aggregator where you can easily trade your tokens on-chain on the Cronos and Cronos ZK EVM network, and also soon on Abstract. But they do so many more things. For example, they're also a launchpad where you can create your own tokens and also trade existing ones over here. But be, of course, very careful. Check out Wall Street right now in the link down below. Back though to the CRO charts, and so far I've sounded maybe a bit bearish, but if I'm looking at the CRO chart, I am seeing the bright sides as well. For example, we have had a bounce here exactly at the 100-day simple moving average. And yes, we broke down below the 21 days, so short-term bearish, but so far for the longer-term trends, yes, we're bouncing nicely at about that 14 cents level once more. So that is looking good as well. Also, let's take a look here at the stochastics. So here, guys, we can see the stochastics, and right now at about that 14 cent level, we are still very close to the oversold territory. So far, I do expect CRO to actually move up again, according at least to the stochastics. And also, some more good data for CRO is this rainbow chart. And yes, we did talk about this chart as well in the beginning. And right now, we are trading quite low here in the blue band. But honestly, if we hold here, if we hold right at this line, we might see a bounce, because what we often see near those outer ranges of these bands, we do see nice jumps. So it can be bullish, it can be bearish, but normally this can actually be a bullish catalyst for the CRO token. Personally, I have quite a bullish bias for this CRO token, but it's mainly because the news surrounding CRO is getting more and more positive. For example, here we got Kraken, and they're talking about their asset listings. Tokens launching soon on Kraken. And if you scroll down, you can see that on that list of tokens, we got Dogs, we got Mishi, Omni, Fartcoin, and also Cronos. Normally, I wouldn't be very bullish about Cronos being a list together with Fartcoin. But yes, guys, honestly, Kraken is a great exchange, has been out there for years, and actually is quite compliant and has quite some decent volume as well. So getting Cronos on there will make sure we get some more demand for the token. At least that is my opinion. What else makes me super bullish about the CRO token is this update to the Crypto.com app. So previously, it did mention Crypto.com, buy Bitcoin, buy Doge. But right now, after the update, it does say Crypto.com, buy Bitcoin, and CRO. So Crypto.com is really serious again about their adoption of the CRO token, which makes me, again, super bullish. But guys, make sure you do follow me at the Coin Baron here on X as well, because here I do post a lot of interesting facts as well. For example, right now, the Cronos social risk is actually quite low. So interesting. Make sure you follow me at the Coin Baron. Having said that, we have some more bullish news for the CRO token on the chart as well, because not only did we see a bounce on the US dollar pair, also here on the CRO Bitcoin pair, we did see a beautiful bounce right at this red line here, which is the previous low for CRO Bitcoin. Of course, we're still bouncing here in between these two lines probably, but still I would say this is a great bounce so far for the CRO Bitcoin pair. And guys, yes, we're down, we're lower than a month ago, but so are basically all the other altcoins, as you can see also here on the Bitcoin dominance chart. And this is also quite a fight, because right now we might close the week just again inside this range here again. And that means we might see Bitcoin dominance climb up again once more towards 60%. But hey, if you get a rejection and we actually close the week lower, this might be a great catalyst to really start altcoin season and have a really great 2025. Overall, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very hard time to be a crypto trader, because it is really testing your emotions, because it is getting kind of scary. But overall, we have to zoom out and remember that probably Q4 of 2025 is going to be the time where there will be fireworks for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and probably also Cronos. Anyways, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more, so you're strapped in whenever we have some more news happening here on the channel. Having said that, also don't forget to watch your live stream, because we are live every Sunday and every Thursday as well.